topic is habitat destruction, and our subtopic is deforestation. Deforestation can be defined as the large scale of removal of trees from forests. It is a serious environmental concern since it can result in the loss of biodiversity, damage to natural habitats, disturbances in the water cycle, and soil erosion. Biodiversity and environment impact. Deforestation can lead to biodiversity. When certain species that are living in trees lose the trees that they are living in, when they cannot find new habitats, then they can become extinct. Deforestation can make other tree species permanently disappear, as well as the biggest impact is the loss of millions of species. 80% of land animals and plants are in forests and may not survive deforestation. Global warming could also be increased.
What are we doing to mitigate the problem? We are needing to make room for big crop farms that take up a lot of room, so that has to take down a lot of trees, and then also people need wood products, so that also takes up a lot of trees that we have to cut down. And then what are the challenges of the different strategies we are using to solve the problem? Recycling your wood could help, but a big problem is that not a lot of people even recycle in the first place. And then buying your woods that are certified by certain companies, but there aren't a lot of companies that get recycled wood. And then support the products of companies that are committed to reducing deforestation.
Hello, my name is Max, and me and Jonah did habitat fragmentation. Habitat fragmentation is the process during which a large area of the habitat is transformed into many different patches of smaller total areas isolated from each other by different habitats. Unlike the original, in simpler terms, it splits the landscape and leaves smaller, more isolated land, like the road in this picture, for wildlife, causing local and population level changes to the environment. And then how does it impact biodiversity and the environment is habitat fragmentation reduces biodiversity by 13 to 75% and prevents key ecosystem functions by decreasing a habitat biomass and by changing its nutrient cycles.
Wow.
If we have to redo this,
That's the last time it's coming.
So what are we doing? Trying to find better solutions to work around the problem, but they haven't really been able to find anything. So what we can do is just encourage people to support laws that regulate these issues, and then this will help us not destroy the habitat. Some of the challenges we face when trying to work around the problem are transportation, like our ways of transportation. We create roads, and that splits habitats apart.
Shut up!
That may cost a lot of money. Fixing old roads that have already been built would also cost a lot.
Well, we're probably gonna have to redo this.
Next is urban sprawl. This is defined as the uncontrolled expansion of cities and towns. As the population grows, cities and towns will grow bigger, and this problem may get worse if not fixed. Another thing is that more and more people are moving to cities, so this problem will become bigger over time.
So, urban sprawl does have major effects. There's an environmental impact that since there will be larger distances between residences and jobs, these distances will most likely be covered by cars, which will lead to more people using cars, which will lead to higher air pollution and greenhouse gas emission. Another impact is water pollution caused by the impervious surfaces, stuff like concrete. Another and as for the natural environment, it will result in the loss of critical natural habitats near the cities, like the wetlands and stuff. And one more effect is that it will increase flood risk.
Okay, so these are the strategies for the solutions of urban sprawl. This includes education, community action, smart growth, and new urbanism, which are all solutions for urban sprawl. So we're going to start off with communities, which must be educated to understand the setbacks, which include traffic increases in areas of urbanism, which increases the rate of pollution, which is obviously not a good thing. And once this is understood, communities are more likely to act on farmland being altered for housing and shopping centers to be created, which in turn creates more people and then more traffic and therefore more pollution. Smart growth also is a solution that includes developing to promote the building of places that don't jeopardize lands and communities. So instead of urbanizing in areas that will have negative impacts, we're doing this in a way that is not negatively impacting the environment. New urbanism pertains to the idea of revitalizing urban areas that already exist. So by doing this, natural environments are preserved and therefore is reducing the effects of urban sprawl. So this includes cleanups in areas so that the environment is less negatively affected and so that people living there are benefited and there is a less dramatic negative impact. A community can also take part in reducing urban sprawl by challenging their local governments and partnering with organizations to promote smart growth and educating others in the community on how urban sprawl has affected them. And then, why can't I go? Are you submitting? Okay, one second. So some active solutions to urban sprawl include revitalizing urban centers and towns by creating communities and neighborhoods that are focused on cleaning up polluted areas and rundown regions that are ways people have taken action in order to solve and mitigate urban sprawl. So just by cleaning up in your areas that have seen an impact by urban sprawl, you can really help decrease the effect it has and overall help raise awareness.